Analyzing SHEIN. Uh, During this presentation, I would like to talk about the introduction, which is what is SHEIN app and what does it do. And then the second part is about usability principles, which will contain 2 of the 8 golden principles in our textbook. And then third part is accessibility principles, which will contain 2 mentioned in the website that's provided by our instructors. And the last one, I will give an conclusion of it. First part, SHEIN is a website that is an online fashion store founded in 2012, which is a clear aim to make the latest styles cheap and easy for everyone around the world. It sells clothes for women, men, and children, plus other things like shoes, bags, and beautiful items. It uses a fast supply system and live sales data to spot new trends and bring in fresh stock within days instead of months. This not only keeps prices low but also cuts down on extra items that go unsold. Now serving customers in Europe, North America, Australia, the Middle East, and beyond. SHEIN shows how tech and fashion can work together to benefit each other. And here is the SHEIN icon of model app, and this is model app version of SHEIN of the home page, and this is the website page shown here on the computer. I will only go over the model app version in this presentation. And first about usability principles. And the first one I want to talk about is the design dialogues to geared closure, that is defined in the textbook as consequences of action should be organized into groups with a beginning, middle, and end. Informative feedback at the completion of a group of actions gives users the satisfactions of completion, a sense of relief, a signal to drop contingency plans from their minds, and an indicator to prepare for the next group of actions. For example, e-commerce websites move users from selecting products to the checkout and ending with a clear confirmation page that completes the transactions. Here's an example. In this recommend page, if we want to choose the products like this one, and we go into the detailed page of it and we check out what the products looks like, and we think this is great, and we click add to cart, and then it will go to this detailed information page that is the feedback of the previous options, and then we can choose the size here. For example, we want to choose the middle one. The icon will turn to black, which is also the feedback of choosing the size, and then we add to cart. The feedback of here will goes to a red circle here, and there's +1 on the right upper of it. Here's a cart icon so that we can see we add this item into our cart, and then we can also go to the cart page to see the feedback. Before we add to it, we have your cart is empty and we add the item. We can see the item in our cart and also the price of it with the checkout page here. The second one is keep users in control. That is, experienced users strongly desire the sense that they are in charge of the inference and that the inference responds to their actions. They don't want surprises or changes in familiar behavior, and they are annoyed by tedious data entry sequences, difficulty in obtaining necessary information, and inability to produce their desired result. Here we can see this figure 11. This is while browsing the icons, the discount page suddenly appeared that disrupt the user actions like here. Though it is very important and it can save our money, but when it disappears suddenly and it will disrupt our attention to our items, it is really annoying. But here for the figure 12 and figure 13, this is a 2 example that's not disrupt us. We can see the discount in the middle of the product page and also at the bottom of the cart page. And this is really great. The third part about accessibility, the first one I want to talk about is understandable. That is, information and the operation of the user inference must be understandable. To be more detailed, that is a predictable. That is, make web pages appear and operate in predict ways. And I want to talk about clear labeling and icon. We can see here shop category card. We have the label and the icon very clear. So if we click the shop, it goes to the shop page that we know it will happen. And also in the middle that comes to woman, kids, and men. If we want to buy woman items, we can only click woman here. And the next one is about operable, that is, user inference components and navigation must be operable. A detailed one is use of color. Color is not only way to distinguish information, and we want to use information like shape, text to convey meaning instead of only color. So it is very important because not everyone sees colors or sees them the same way. So like here, we can see we have the pink color here, not only using the pink, but also the text and icons like the clear discounts to show that we have the discount of Mother's Day. If we only use the pink, we will not know that it presents the discount of Mother's Day. And here comes to our conclusion, like usability, we have designing dialogues to yield cluster, that is adding items to the cart and keep user in control, shrink the content into one page instead of disrupting users, and accessibility, like understandable, predictable. We use clear items and labeling, and also operable. We use color, not only use color, but also use words, icons to express. So this is the reference, and then thanks for listening. There's also many good points about SHEIN's design that is not covered here. We can also check it ourselves. And that's all. Thank you.